Hauling and spaceships, a partnership as old as space games themselves. Love it or hate it, supply chains must run, and it's truckers that make that happen. Now devs Monster and Monster are here to set us spacebound with Star Trucker. Good day to you my friends, I'm Kenador, and today we're reviewing Star Trucker. Big thanks to the devs for sending over the key for this one too. Straight off the bat, I'm impressed the devs have taken the time to acknowledge and accommodate the fact that everyone has different playstyles and difficulty levels that they like to play at. The main two options here are focusing on the driving aspect and those that love to tinker with the truck. I of course went for the recommended, which places you smack bam in the middle to give an overall general balance of everything. But they also have a separate option for the crazy hardcore folks that dare to try it, or that just love to crank up the difficulty. Or you do of course have the fully custom option where there is many different things to tweak for your individual playthrough. So if there's something you don't like, there's probably an option for it. Those familiar with the very popular demo for this game will remember the tutorial mission to get your rig repaired and the trailer dropped off. And this does a fair job of showing you the ropes pretty quickly and introducing to you some of the very well voice acted characters in the game. More on these guys shortly, but first, can we just appreciate how awesome it is to have so many manual buttons and switches that all actually do something. A lot of the interaction in your cab is as much about managing the power consumption as it is flying your rig. And while that itself is a core aspect of the game, I feel it might need just a little tweak for the early game. For example, the lights in the cab cost way too much power to run, and it didn't take me long to turn them all off unless I'm doing something or when I'm docked at a station, since the power is free. It made it always feel like I was driving at night, which is a mood by itself. And you will be doing a lot of docking of course. Not only with all the cargo that you'll be taking everywhere, but each station will also have one or two shops as well as the job board, which all operate from separate different docking points. At first I was a little frustrated, wondering why this all couldn't be done from one docking point. Or hell, just let me get out and walk around the station. Either way, I got used to it pretty quickly, and it became part of getting to know each zone, where the shops are, which is the best route to take to get to them, which order should I check them in, that kind of thing. Back to the characters though, they really help tie the game together and sets the tone. It's not just truck driving in space, it's American truck driving in space. Now I may not be American or a real life truck driver, but it still comes across as a really authentic experience. In fact, if you are an American truck driver, let us all know in the comments below how authentic it is for you. From the American truck driving perspective, of course, not the in-space part. Really shouldn't have to point that out. But I know someone will comment. The characters are not just there to be background noise. You do interact with them quite a bit, slowly becoming friends with these people and help them out with jobs, and they return the favour by helping guide you on your way to being a successful hauler, as well as helping fix up and maybe providing upgrades for your rig. And in doing this, it provides a natural progression through the game's different areas. And it has its own handy tracking system for the key milestone interactions with each character. Progression is also made in terms of your hauling too, with each job providing XP, and from that XP giving you levels, and each level giving you a skill point. And this again lets you make another choice on your playstyle. Will you focus on short, fast, high value trips? Or do you want to go for the long haul, which requires good planning on picking the routes and making sure you have enough supplies? And there are a multitude of different types of hauling jobs to aim for, and along the way you will unlock extra weight limits for your cab too, because a good part of hauling is making a little cash on the side by trading small goods. And more cab weight limit you have, the more extra pocket money you have to spend, which, considering the price of just running the rig with batteries, air filters, fuses and fuel, is sometimes very much needed. As for spending this pocket money, well, if it's not on repairs or service, it's going to be on upgrades. And for this you have propulsion, structure and subsystem upgrades, which all have their own upgrade sub-choices. And let me tell you, it can get pretty expensive, as the cost of each of these progressive upgrades goes up in price. On top of that, without regular servicing, these upgrades can be negated, so look after that rig and it will look after you. This does become harder the longer you play the game, as you unlock more dangerous areas of space, For example, one group of systems can have solar flares or radiation spikes, which necessitates the closing of your shutters over your windows, which means you either stop your haul and you wait for it to clear right there, or you fly via the monitors. And that's a skill in itself. But it does mean it makes it easier to hit things, as they are much harder to see on the screen. But you won't lose any time on your haul, which can be an important factor. In another area, you have electric storms, which can play havoc with your systems and even jamming your screens, so quite the opposite there. And all these add to the experiences and challenge that you have through this game. But you'll soon be learning which systems have which hazards and how to deal with them. And even the basic areas around the start of the game have hazards that you can risk hitting if you try and take a shortcut. It's all up to you as a player to make that choice. But the wrong one could certainly cost you a lot if you damage your cargo. Thankfully though, and huge kudos to the devs for this one, the paint and customization feature is free. Well, kind of anyway. The majority of paint schemes are unlocked through standard play, where you will see that there are plenty listed as challenges to unlock, but you'll hit most of these without even trying, as long as you keep playing. Like this awesome hot rod flame paint job right here. Now this paint job is not customizable, but plenty of the other designs are, so once you have a style that you like, you can actually check if the customized color option is enabled, where you can just pick the best colors for you. And that even includes the tinting on the chrome. Performance for this game has been great so far for me. I've had no crashes or major bugs pop up, although I did have one of the AI ships run into me once, which completely trashed one of my cargo runs. But other than that, it's been all good. There are a few downsides that I should mention though. The game does feel pretty short. If you have a love for just trucking around, then you should get many more hours out of this for sure. Some of you might not like the survival aspects of keeping your oxygen and power flowing. Just remember that you can fully customize the difficulty and the playstyle. Unfortunately, there is no joystick or HOTAS support, but this is being worked on, and key bindings currently can't be remapped either, which is a big no-no for me and many people. Overall, the controls are game themed, as in trucks in space, rather than a space sim, but if you saw the trailer to this game and came in thinking it was a space sim, that's on you, buddy. Now, despite this, I would still highly recommend this game. I love the art style, the awesome attention to detail, the voice acting is on point, and plenty of it too. The game is also very well priced, and if you pick it up now, you can get the 10% launch discount on top of its already low price. Now, if you like this review, please do subscribe or check out some of my other reviews, and I'll see you in the next one. Kinator, out.